First tonight, a YouTuber posting his lengthy walkthrough of an abandoned and off-limits part of St. Louis Lambert Airport.
Chris, the obvious question here is how that YouTuber got into the secured area.
Well, Courtney, the man who made that video told me he works for an airport vendor. Airport officials say he is not a security threat, but they are investigating that video nonetheless. They just learned about it within the last 24 hours. Now take a look behind me. You see all the people back there clearing security? Once they get through that security checkpoint, there is a part of this terminal they can't go. That is where this video was shot, and as of today, that video was gaining traction on social media.
First tonight, a YouTuber posting his lengthy walkthrough of an abandoned... Good evening, I'm Steve Savard.
I'm Courtney Bryant. We want to get straight out to the airport and News 4 investigator Chris Negus. Chris, the obvious question here is how that YouTuber got into the secured area.
Because I work at the airport. That's how I got there. But you already know that because I told you so. But because I didn't grant you an interview, you decided to run wild and blow out the story. Acting just like typical fake news. So because of all the media attention and all the amazing new subscribers that have joined this channel, I decided to put both videos into one episode. So without further ado, sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee or tea, whatever, and enjoy the video.
TWA presents the difference between getting you where you're going and leading the way. Taking that extra step to make flying the best it can be. That's what makes TWA one tough act to follow.
St. Louis Lambert International Airport rose to international prominence thanks to its groundbreaking air traffic control and its status as the primary hub of TWA. At about 8:10 p.m. on April 22, 2011, a Category 4 tornado struck the airport Terminals 1, destroying jetways and part of the C Concourse.
And 50% of these windows blew out. Some blew in, causing some minor lacerations to passengers and people waiting in the airport. And they had to be transported, about 4 people transported by ambulance, 3 others treated here at the airport. Miraculously, nothing too serious.
Now, here's some real footage of the tornado passing through the C Concourse. Very scary stuff. Now, here's the second footage of the tornado passing through the TSA area. Very scary. Now, fortunately, nobody was injured or killed. Now, this is the C Concourse how it is today, 7 years after the events of the tornado. This is the abandoned walkway that was used to transport passengers all the way to the end of the C Concourse, all the way to C-38. Even though it's been 7 years,
the concourse is not fully open yet. Passengers can only access all the way to C28. There is a wall that prevents passengers going past that point. I have been living in San Luis for the last 3 years. Oddly enough, San Luis was the first place that I visited the first time I got out from Puerto Rico. I was fortunately enough to fly and land in this airport in 1995 on a TWA 747. And now, I'm fortunately enough to be recording this. That right there is the wall that prevents anybody seeing the abandoned part of the C concourse. That is the door that we're gonna open today.
Even further than that, there's another section that goes all the way down to like 40.
Oh, my bad. I want to take this moment to thank the police officer who was kind enough to open up the door and show us the abandoned and remodeling part of the C concourse. But now I'm going to take you outside of the concourse and show you how that abandoned part looks from the outside. I'm using the jet bridge stairway to access the runway and show you how it looks from the outside. As you can see, it has more than 2 floors. The reason why this part of the Concourse was so big is because of the huge jumbo jets that were used by many airlines, especially TWA in the 90s. TWA used San Luis Lambert International Airport as a major hub. I want to clarify that the concourse itself, this part specifically, is not totally abandoned. It's just under remodeling after the intense damage that suffered during the tornado in 2011. That is it, the last 2 gates of the C concourse, C38. Now, because this is a Halloween special, I'm gonna show you the airport at midnight. I found this place here that seems to be the most abandoned part of the airport, so let's take a look at it. To be honest, I was getting creeped out a little bit, especially by this dark area here. So I decided to leave.
All from the airline adding one new plane every 10 days this year. More new planes, more seats up front, including your seat. On Transworld First, only from TWA.
We're going to be exploring the abandoned TWA concourse of the San Luis Lambert International Airport. The airport is located in St. Louis, Missouri, and in 1986 it became the main hub for one of the biggest airlines of all time, TWA. Airport traffic nationwide declined after the 9/11 attack, which contributed to the collapse of TWA and its subsequent purchase by American Airlines, who faced flight reductions several years later. But back in 1986, after buying Ozark Airlines, TWA incorporated the D Concourse into their main flight operations. The D Concourse has a 210,000 square foot designed by Sverdrup with a cost of $46 million in 1982. This is what the D Concourse used to look like in the peak days of TWA. And this is what the infamous D Concourse looks like right now. At the time of the creation of this video, the D Concourse has been partially abandoned for almost 10 years. Now we will go inside this abandoned part of the airport and explore its history and hidden reminders of what was once the proud home of the iconic airline, TWA. This is an overview map of the airport. On Terminal 1, the C Concourse is operated by American Airlines. On Terminal 2, the E Concourse is operated by Southwest. We're going to enter the D Concourse through here and walk all the way down until the end. We begin our journey through that door, which is the end of the E Concourse, currently used by Southwest Airlines. Throughout the concourse, we're going to see multiple stores and restaurants long time abandoned, even with a nice view of the now Southwest Terminal. Here's an abandoned gate still displaying the iconic red color of TWA. With its peculiar design adding a view of I-70, I found this peculiar and time relic phone booth. I was lucky enough that one of them still have one of the old phone book. So I decided to check the date where it was last issued to have an idea of where and when was this concourse last used. In this old directory, you can see the end of the D Concourse and all the restaurants that are now long gone closed. Like I mentioned before, the whole concourse still displays the iconic red color of TWA. Also, here you can see very old advertisement that is still on display. Wow, a smoking lounge. Currently, this airport do not have any smoking lounges. Another part covered on the iconic red velvet. This one is clearly deteriorating in the passing of time. This is one of many speed ramps located inside the airport. Currently, San Luis International Airport only has one working speed ramp, located at the E-Concourse. After American Airlines bought TWA in the early 2000s, they used part of the D Concourse. This is one of the leftovers from that era. This is the last door of the D Concourse. On top of it, you can see the escalator leading to the Metrolink station through a tinted glass.
Go ahead, Kmov. Were you trying to call me a moment ago? Yes, give me a call.
Right before the end of the D Concourse, there is a small door that gets you to a small food court, now used for storage. This food court contains restaurants such as Burger King and Cinnabon. Interesting enough, the Cinnabon sign still light up, partially. Right after you exit the D Concourse, you take a slight right and you will find the C Concourse. The C Concourse was devastated by a tornado that happened a few years ago. I made a whole video about this incident. I went through the news, and I also got special exclusive view and access through the still closed parts and damage of the airport right after the gate C28. Go watch it, link in the description. As a bonus for this video, I decided to revisit this part of the airport. There has been some new remodeling, including a new wall a little way back. This new wall gives us access to an old elevator that I was surprised it still works.
Going up.
During my research for this episode, I spoke to an American agent who was working back in the day and told me this part of the airport was used for customs. You can still see here the red velvet for that era where TWA reigned. I love aviation. I'm a pilot myself. More than that, I love aviation history. TWA has a special place in my heart. It was the first airline which I flew, a 747 from Puerto Rico to St. Louis. So this video means a lot to me. I hope you guys like it. It took a long time to make this video. So I hope you guys at least enjoy it. And if you guys want to see more, please let me know down below in the comments. Please consider donating to my favorite charity, Make-A-Wish Foundation. They help kids in need, especially those who suffer from cancer. Thank you, familia.
Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you like this video, please like, share, and hit the subscribe button. La gente lo pide. Wow.